That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Euphoria has officially, season 2 has officially come to an end. So season 2 of Euphoria, episode 8, titled "All My Life, My Heart Has Yearned for a Thing I Cannot Name," premiered last night, and it was a breeze, big fella, I must say. So what happened was they kind of continued off from episode 7, where the play was continuing. And let me tell you right now, I did not like episode 7. It was such a drag for me. I was just like, that probably is my least favorite episode of the season. I'm like, yo, when is this gonna be over with? Because it was literally giving me like bedtime vibes. But nonetheless, they come back in. It starts off with my favorite character, Fezco. And listen, my graphic guy was supposed to send me something that say free Fezco, but his dumbass taking all day, so I had to do the review. It was already late. But free Fez, man. Listen, that scene in the house with them, man, Ash is a writer. Ash is the friend you need, but not as homicidal as he is. But you need a friend like an Ashtray, who's just down the ride. He don't play around. He's a boy of few words. But when it's go time, and if it's something that has to protect Fezco, he is TTG, man. How he hauled himself in that bathtub at the end and said, "Listen, I'm going out in a blaze of glory. You ain't taking me alive." That was honorable, foolish, but honorable. Very honorable for Ashtray, man. Rest in peace. This is heartbreaking. Hopefully Fezco make it. We see that he did get shot. And I don't think Fezco's gonna get locked up. I think the girl who they arrested will tell him exactly what happened. Ashtray stabbed him. Fezco was gonna take the rap for him. That's why he had the knife. But yeah, it was Ash. Ash was doing all this stuff, so he might get like accessory to murder or something. Who knows? But yeah, that was crazy though. And I knew it. I knew that girl was gonna ride. I knew she was gonna ride for them because she likes Fezco, and they took her in, and her boyfriend's a weasel. And I knew it I saw it. She was conflicted a couple of episodes ago, but I knew eventually she would just side with Fezco. When she dropped the glass, I was like, oh, something about to happen. And Fez looked at it. Yo, Fez, I like Fez, man. I'm telling you. I know he was a side character last season, but I enjoyed his story arc this season. I liked how he was a main focal point. They show other sides of him. He wasn't just this dumb drug dealer. He had a sweet side to him. You also see that he's pretty intelligent as well. And just when things were going good for him, him and Lexi, things just went dramatically wrong. And Lexi really liked him, so it sucked, man. I hopefully they bring him back in 2024. Yes, that's when the next episode of Euphoria is coming out in 2024. Now let's go over to the play. The play is continuing, and we see that Cassie has she has completed her villain arc. She is now 100% engulfed in her villainy. I don't even know if that's a word, but she's a villain now, and she is completely dead set on destroying Lexi. And she walks up to the stage, and she's like, "Isn't this great, everybody? Like, wow, like." This girl is a couch potato, has no life, and makes a play about everybody that does have a life around her. And Lexi's like, yo, could you stop? And I didn't realize in the last episode they had a boy playing a mom. I thought that was fucking hilarious. I saw when the mom thanked them. She was like, yo, thank you for playing me. Yo, that was hilarious, man. But the way they contrasted between the play and the original scenes of what was taking place, when Rue loses her dad and when Lexi and them lose their dad, it's like these are defining moments in their lives that set them down the paths they're on. Cassie is in this complete self-destructive behavior. Lexi is just self-included, introverted now. Rue is just completely a drug addict now. So but these are defining moments that set them down their paths. I don't know, a lot of people didn't pay attention to that. But these are the self-defining moments that sent them on the path that they're currently at right now. And it was emotional. Kudos to Zendaya, and the actress that plays Cassie, because she did a lot of crying this season. Lot of crying. I mean, I don't even think it rained as much in a year as much as she cried this season. She did a ton of crying. But she played the part well. You know, she was somebody who wanted to be happy. But ultimately she wasn't happy with herself. So she was doing things to try to make herself happy. The self-destructive behavior, you know, going as far as sleeping with her man. You know, just looking for love, and ultimately she has to realize she's not going to find love until she starts to love herself, and that's what she doesn't understand yet. But she thinks that a man's validation, or a particular man's validation, is love for her, when honestly that's not it, because Nate don't give a fuck about nobody but Nate. Let's be honest. He dropped her like a bad habit off of a play, who many probably won't even interpret it that it was talking about him, but it wasn't even that bad, honestly. So it was crazy. But when she came on stage, and then shit just all went to hell. This is my graphic, guy. Sending me the graphic I wanted for the free Fesco shirt. Look at this right here. This is my graphic guy. He's from the Philippines. Look at that. Can y'all see that? I sent this to him 8 hours ago. He just now getting back to me. I was going to wear a free Fesco shirt. You know, just something clever. I do that for some of my reviews. I'll take a saying from the episode, or, you know, a character's name, and I'll put it on the shirt. Thanks a lot, Eddie. Fucking, you're fired. But anyway, no, I don't want it now. Scrap it. Hold on, let me text this dude real quick. Scrap it. Yeah, scrap it. All right, so this leads into just a whole catastrophe of things happening. Maddie's like, yo, I'm about to beat this bitch. Maddie's so fine, by the way. I'm sorry. She's just perfect from head to toe. But she was like, I'm about to beat this bitch ass. And they're running around, and it's just this kitty ass fight. I really wanted to see a fucking full beatdown. I was like, they ain't serious, because they running with their shoes on. If she was serious, them shoes would have came off. She would have been hawking her. And just boom. But she came on stage and smacked fire out her face. I said, oh. And then they put the business out there. Well, she slept, such and such slept with my man. But they're using the characters' names. But people know what it is, because obviously they saw Cassie and Nate in the school. And, yeah, so she's chasing them. And it's just this big-ass catastrophe. And Rue's facial expressions are fucking hilarious. I'm talking about from the first episode of the season, when Nate got beat up and she was like, damn. So when Cassie was at that door and she was like making this funny ass face, to actually when they're on stage and she's looking like Zendaya. Her facial expressions are fucking priceless. I'm telling you. Priceless. Love it. So anyway, all this commotion is going on. And at the end of it, everybody stops, and these people are chanting Lexi. They want her to come back on. We do see a moment where Lexi's texting Fesco. We saw the last text message they sent each other. She said, I saved a spot for you. He's like, I'm on my way. She's like, where are you? He's like, I'm on my way. And she said, good, I saved the best spot for you. So Fesco had the flowers in hand. He was headed out to his date. And then his fucking retard is like, oh, I gotta talk to you. Like, dude, you see he about to go to a date. Talk to him later or something. And then this happens. So the guy wants to talk to Fesco. The girl drops the cup, and she tells Fesco, like, don't say nothing. Like, he's wearing a wire. And then I think Ash just picked up on the vibe and just fucking and poked him, but Fez didn't tell him like fast enough, like, y'all don't do it. Like, no, Ash, no. But Ash is just TTG, poked him, and then Fez just kind of smuggled him out. They some real ones, man. I'm telling you, they some real ones. What I didn't know was the grandma was still in the room the whole time. So the grandma's still alive. this whole time. I didn't even know she was still alive. So she's still alive. Probably not no more because they shot the damn house up. But SWAT is alerted because I guess they were listening the whole time. So then they know something went wrong. I guess when his phone went dead. So SWAT's been alerted. And Fez knows this for some reason because you could tell he's like, fuck. Yo, Fez got to deal with a lot of stuff at an early age, but he's just like, fuck. And we see that he tells Ash what he's going to do. He's like, listen, I'm going to take this knife, wipe the prints off. I'm going to take it. I did this, not you. You're going to go in the back. No, he's like, you're going to go outside. And you're going to surrender yourself, all right? Because they're going to come. They coming. I want you to go outside and just surrender yourself, all right? Ash walks away, and I'm like, what the fuck he doing? He opened the dryer. It's a burner in there. I'm like, okay, what are you doing with these guns? I'm thinking he's about to hide the guns. That's my assumption. He's going to hide the guns. He goes and gets another firearm. And he gets another firearm. Then he gets another firearm. And then he puts them all in the bathtub. And I said, oh, no, he's not. This dude is about to go out in a blaze of glory. No, he not. No, he not. He's standing in the bathroom. Fez trying to talk him out. Fez gets distracted 1 second because he see the cameras are moving, and he hears them, and he headbutts Fez with the butt of the butt of the gun or the end of the gun, and knocked the door. And that was just so sad when Fez is like, I thought Fez could have kicked the door down if he wanted to, but he's like, Ash, no, don't do this, please. Ash, even when the SWAT comes in there and he got the knife in his hand and he drops, he's like, it's a kid in there, please. No, Ash. Like, he was just, that was his heart, man. That was everything to him. You know, that's all they had was each other. So to see, not only did it play out like it played, but him just seeing it and watching it, you know, that broke him. I don't think Fez is ever going to be the same again. And Ash is just somebody who could truly, utterly, 100% love Fezco, just from the top to the bottom, you know, because they took that kid in. That kid was in blood. The grandma took that kid in. That kid was abandoned, and she took that kid in, and she could have gave that kid up for adoption orders, but she said, you know what? Fuck it. It just is what it is. It's the cards we was dealt. We gonna raise this kid. This kid came out of obscurity and was just born into this life, and he was a true writer, man. One time for Ashtray, man. Rest in peace, man. Love that kid, man. The whole scene it was on, I said, yes, just what I'm talking about. Just what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, you need somebody like an Ashtray in your life. The play, Lexi gets called back out for the play, and she's like, she gets in the drama mode. All right, get back on that pony. We're gonna fucking yada yada yada. And when the girl got on the pony, and Cassie took her down, I thought that was hilarious. Maddie was like, okay, this bitch want to fight now. All right, come fight me. But anyway, they're all telling her to get on. She comes out, they finish it. And I wish we could have got more of a fight scene versus 4 minutes of that dude or whoever was dancing and singing at the end. Because it just would have made for a better ending. At the end, we see the contrast I told you in the scenes, and that was super sad. We also see that, I told you Fez got shot. Ashtray eventually winds up getting killed once they open the door, but he didn't go without taking somebody with him. He took the officer with him. Well played. He laid on the floor like he was dead, got up, pop. I said, this kid is crazy. And then after that, they just lit him up, though. So it was a done deal for him. And Fez had to endure that while he's being shot on the ground. Crazy, man. Crazy. I don't know where it's going to go from here. 2024. At the end, we see Rue and Lexi kind of mend their friendship. Rue's clean. Jules tries to mend the friendship with Rue. But Rue just completely brushes her off because you got to think this season and just previous seasons, she always said her biggest drug was Jules. So being that she's drug free, she has to rid herself of Jules too, who was also her biggest drug. And also Jules betrayed her, man. Like, I understand, she was concerned about her, and ultimately that might have saved her life for the time being. But it wasn't really her place to do that, you know? And then on top of that, Jules is already fucking somebody else behind her back, which she accused Rue of possibly doing, but she wound up doing it. And then Rue goes over to talk to the boy, Elliot. I think it's Elliot is his name. And he sings her a nice lullaby. I don't know, for some reason, I like this kid the whole season. I had no gripes with him. I just thought he was necessary. He was a necessary balance between Jules and Rue. And ultimately, he didn't always have the best intentions, but he was who he was, flawed and all, and he owned who he was. And he tried to do the right thing when he thought he could. And he didn't tell Rue's parents on her. He told Jules because that was, who her lover was. And he was developing feelings for her as well, but he didn't go tell her mom and then flush her drugs. And now she's in debt with this lady, but it is what it is. And like I said, at the end, Rue and Jules, or Rue and Lexi might end up making up and in their friendship. So, decent season finale, and Nate goes to fuck his dad over. He goes to wherever his dad's hanging out. His dad's just fucking free balling, fucking everything moving, every gay thing moving. He's hauled up in some, I don't even know where he is. I don't even know how he knew he was there, but he tells everybody winds up leaving and he having this conversation. And at the end we see that he must have gave a disc over to the sheriffs. And they come in and arrest him, for fucking underage kids. So they're going to be locked up with Fezco. I completely almost forgot about that. So that's what happened with that. All in all, like I said, man, decent season. Wasn't as good as the first season. A lot of characters they left out. The one black dude, I know why he wasn't in the trailer now. He was in one episode from last season, who was Cassie's boyfriend, but there was no. And also, what was I about to say? I don't even remember what I was about to say. Oh, fucked up. Oh yeah, the dad get locked up and no, I said I was talking about this season. I'm sorry, the video cut off. I had to come back. I didn't think this season was as good as the last season. I just thought it was a lot. I don't want to say filler, but I feel like a lot of these storylines were just dragged on too long. Versus the first season, there was a lot going on. It was like a mystery, and then you had a bunch of plot lines and whatnot. So, and I didn't really like this episode. I liked it from a cinematography standpoint, but the storyline, that's fucking, like, why do Fez always got to get the short end of the stick? Because he's a drug dealer? Why can't he have the happy ending? Nate gets to have a happy ending. Cassie and Maddie are not friends still. I thought they were mending it. But she was like, the crazy thing is he broke up with me. So I thought they was going to kind of bond and Maddie was like, yep. She's like, it ain't going to be the end. He going to keep doing this to you. So she's the new Maddie. I don't know. I don't know how I felt about the season. It's like I liked it. Some things about it, and then some things I really didn't like about it. All in all, it was decent though. Let me know what you guys think. Post your comments below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. As always, peace, love, and prosperity. I go by the most handsomest YouTuber on YouTube, the Black Abstract. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff. Peace.